Hi guys, it's Katya here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I will be showing you all the plants that I have grown from either a seedling or a seed. Side note, if you like this shirt and you want to get it, you can get it at Tropics Narcotics. They have really good merch. It's just starting off with the pops, because why not? So this is Anthurium crystallinum crossed with Papillilaminum. You've seen this a lot. I have two. This is a smaller one, which actually is not so small anymore. It has just recently pushed out this leaf and I think it looks really nice compared to the previous one, which is kind of wonky. The root situation is a lot. I've been thinking of propagating it just because it has so much roots and it's kind of screaming to be propagated. I basically received this as, I think it was a one leaf cutting. It was a cutting of seedling. Does that count? This and the other plant that I got, they are really vigorous growers. Like, this is way overdue to be repotted, but it keeps pushing out such big leaves. Let me show you the second plant. This one I've actually received as a seedling and it's all over the place. So they are from the same batch. They do have slightly different characteristics, I believe. This one is really dark and it has this prominent venation that's kind of mix of pop and crystal. The veining also tends to run yellowish when it's new, and then it kind of goes to greenish when it's older. Also, it's huge. The root situation is also really nice. This has grown to this size in under a year. I've had plants that have grown from seedlings or seeds and they're still slow, so this is like, it shows good genes. And then another pretty big plant that I have is a hybrid of... So mother plant was a cross with Papix and pollen donor was a crystallinum. This guy right here actually sold the rest of this batch. Some died because light. This one is really interesting because when it was here, it was showing the characteristics. It was showing the characteristics of both parents, and then this happened and it got me wondering, is there a forgetty that I'm forgetting? This is a new leaf that's still kind of hardening. As you can see, it does have open sinus, so maybe this was just identity crisis. Probably should be repotted, even though I have repotted it. It's a lot. Like, this is one of the best growing seedlings that I had from this batch, and I decided to keep it just because it looked like less of a crystallinum, more of a mother plant. But it's nice, it's nice. I think it has potential for hybridization. Moving on to more pops. Here's the one that you've also seen a lot. This is Papix something. I think I've gotten it with this leaf. It was sold to me as Magnificum hybrid, which it's not. It has a really white leaf blade and it reminds me of Dark Phoenix. But the new leaves are so dark and emergent and reddish. It's really nice. It's pushing a new one. Also could be propagated. We can see the root situation is kind of really similar with all of these. This one was from the same batch. What is magic? I think this was the first leaf. This was the leaf that I received the plant with, and then it did have some issues where it was growing kind of slightly wonky leaves. Now we're here and I'm just... what? So you can see this is the newest leaf and it has decently sized up compared to the previous one. This one goes through a particular chocolate shade when it's still hardening. You can see the back sides of the leaves are still kind of reddish. Man, that leaf, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It has gotten up to the list of my favorite plants. And then another one that I bought is Papix Crystal, which I think is just some self-pop hybrid. So that one wasn't really anything special in terms of pops, because you know, pops can be really nice even at such a young age. This one has had slightly more greenish and not like really dark leaves. They were also kind of wonky. I think it was after propagating. As you can see, it is smaller than the previous one. And then this leaf blew me away because that's a nice pop hybrid. I mean, you can just see the narrowness in this leaf and the venation is also subtle. I just love how much is happening on this leaf because you can see that there are a lot of veins that are not like primary veins. I had two seedlings or like props of this one and no one wanted them for a really long time. I'm sorry that I didn't keep one because that's amazing. Next one grown from a small seedling. This one is Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Green Forgetty or vice versa. This really surprised me with the previous leaf because it was so nice, especially when it was unfurling. If it is pushing out a leaf, I have just recently repotted it into a bigger pot because it was was really screaming for it. Now, I know a lot of people have this hybrid and they are really slow with them. I'm not sure why mine is growing so well. It's really interesting because it gets the red button sinus. Cool guy. Next one is, I think, the only one that I've kept from a batch of Mach hybrids. Some of them died because they did have some bacterial issues, I think. This is the only one that I've kept just because when the new leaf is emerging, it has really pink venation. It does kind of remind me of like red crystal, but it's on a green leaf blade, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that eventually it would pick up in size. I'm not sure why it's not doing that. Yeah, okay, it's slightly overwatered. Okay, I see one thing issue. This is the newest leaf. It is bigger than the previous one, so I guess we're on a good ride. Then another one grown from seed is this ANTHURIUM no ID. This one is nice, it's interesting, but it's a really slow grower, at least for me. You can kind of see that it's really bushy. Found the spaghetti seedlings are really leggy. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was grown from a seed. So this is ANTHURIUM green forgetti. I got this one from Ivan and it's like a legit green forgetti because there are no silver veins, and I really appreciate that. It's not really as happy as I thought it would be because these are the newest two leaves. While they are cute, I want a big green forgetti. Maybe it just needs a little more attention. Another plant that I have grown from seedling is ANTHURIUM Carla Blackie Eye. I got her from America. It did end up needing a long time to rehabilitate, and when it did and actually started growing, I had the bacterial issue that I mentioned. We've lost all the roots, so it had to regrow its whole root system. I've just kind of moved it from moss to aeroid mix. It's doing okay now, like it's not best, but it's pushing out new leaves, so that's really exciting. It has some of Dylan's Carla in it. It has good genes. I've given up on me making Carla babies as soon as possible. I just want to have a nice and healthy and established plant without any issues. Another plant that I got as a seed from America is ANTHURIUM papillilaminum crossed with Carla, which has stolen the show. It has such dark leaves, but the beautiful Carla venation and sinus, and the new emerging leaves are fire, and it's sparkly and it's gloomy. It's amazing. I mean, I'm fangirling over it like hard. I think it might be my favorite, like even above Carla. I'm very sorry to say that. But yeah, I think that's all the plants that I currently have and have grown from seeds or seedling. So if you enjoyed, please give it a like and hit the notification button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!